Nemesis is an inverted roller coaster located at the Alton Towers amusement park in England. The ride's concept and layout was devised by designer John Wardley. It was manufactured by Bolliger and Mabillard and opened in March 1994. It is located in the Forbidden Valley area of the park, adjacent to Air, a flying B&M roller coaster that opened in 2002. The 716-meter-long ride stands 13 meters tall and features a top speed of 80.5 kilometers per hour. The four-inversion roller coaster was the first Bolliger and Mabillard ride to be installed outside of the United States. The ride has been very well received, consistently ranking highly in industry polls. History, development history. In 1990, Alton Towers added the Thunder Looper roller coaster. However, the addition was only temporary due to planning restrictions imposed on its installation. The park began planning for a new roller coaster which would open prior the closure of the Thunder Looper. They desired a roller coaster that was big, different and exciting, but they were constrained by the tree-level height limit imposed on the park. Initially Alton Towers approached aerodynamics for the new roller coaster. The Utah-based company was working on a prototype of a pipeline roller coaster, similar to Togo's Ultra Twister design. John Wardley worked on the design of the ride which was originally to be themed around a secret military facility, aptly codenamed Secret Weapon 1. Due to the design of the ride and the height restriction imposed on the park, SW1 would only have a track length of 300 meters. Development of the project was put on hold a short time into the process, due to both the financial problems being encountered by Arrow at the time and technical problems with the ride's design. The project was revived a year later under the codename Secret Weapon 2, with rock blasting occurring to allow a larger ride to be built. However, the project was again abandoned when Wardley rode the prototype, describing it as slow, boring, cumbersome and energy inefficient. The park began to look for an alternative. Wardley became aware of rumors surrounding a new roller coaster design being installed by Bolliger and Mabillard at Six Flags Great America. He subsequently entered into discussions with Six Flags who agreed to privately disclose information about the new ride, in exchange for a similar favor in reverse at a later date. Jim Wintrode, the general manager of Six Flags Great America at the time, had proposed the concept of an inverted roller coaster which featured inversions. Although Wardley believed this would be impossible, Wintrode worked alongside Bolliger and Mabillard to develop Batman, the ride. Wardley rode Batman, the ride prior to its May 1992 opening and wanted to add a similar ride to Alton Towers. The inverted roller coaster, then dubbed Secret Weapon 3, was developed throughout 1992. Wardley and Nick Volney, marketing director of Alton Towers, came up with the name Nemesis and pitched it them in concept around an alien creature trapped beneath the park. Dassault Studios elaborated on this, creating visuals for later promotion. Wardley also worked alongside Stengel Engineering to develop a layout for the ride which was exciting for both riders and non-riders. For example, the final inversion was built at the eye level of an observer. Operational history. The £10 million Nemesis officially opened to the public on March 19, 1994, following a soft opening 3 days prior. It opened as the first Bolliger and Mabillard ride to be installed outside of the United States. In August 2004, Nemesis gained the Guinness World Record for the most naked people on a roller coaster. The ride set the record at 32 riders the number of seats on a single Nemesis train. It took the record from Thorpe Park's Nemesis Inferno roller coaster which set the record at 28 just 3 months prior. The ride lost the record in 2010 when 40 naked riders boarded Green Scream roller coaster at Adventure Island. In 2009, Alton Towers received several complaints from nearby residents regarding increased noise levels emitted from the ride. New wheels had to be installed on the 2 trains before the ride returned to normal operation. Characteristics. The 716-meter-long Nemesis stands 13 meters tall, however, due to the modified terrain, it features a drop height of 31.7 meters. With a top speed of 80.5 kilometers per hour, the ride features 4 inversions including 2 corkscrews, a zero-G roll, and a vertical loop. Riders of Nemesis experience between 3 and 4 times the force of gravity on the 1-minute, 20-second ride. Nemesis operates with 2 steel and fiberglass trains, each containing 8 cars. Each car seats 4 riders in a single row for a total of 32 riders per train. Ride experience. Once the train is locked and checked, the floor beneath it is lowered before the train then departs the station, making a 45-degree, right-hand turn towards the lift hill. Once at the top of the 13-meter hill, the train makes a small dip and turns around 180 degrees to the left. The train then descends 31.7 meters down the first drop into the first inversion, a right-handed corkscrew. The train then navigates a right-handed, 270-degree downward helix that features 90-degree banking. Then the train rises up into the second inversion, a zero-G roll, where riders experience the feeling of weightlessness. It then makes a 180-degree right-handed stall turn into the third inversion, a vertical loop. After a left stall turn, the train enters the second corkscrew. The train then passes through an underground tunnel, and through one more 180-degree turn, before being stopped by the brake run and returning to the station. Reception. Nemesis has received overwhelmingly positive reviews by park visitors and the industry as a whole. The roller coaster has continuously ranked high in worldwide polls and, as of 2007, featured queues in excess of an hour due to its popularity. More than 50 million people have ridden Nemesis since opening. In Amusement Today's annual Golden Ticket Awards, Nemesis has consistently ranked highly. It is also one of only 7 roller coasters to appear in the top 50 every year since the award's inception in 1998. It debuted at position 10 in 1998, before peaking at position 7 in 2003. In Mitch Hawker's Worldwide Best Roller Coaster poll, Nemesis entered at position 7 in 1999, before dropping to a low of 12 in 2012. The ride's ranking in subsequent polls is shown in the table below. Due to the success of Nemesis, park owners Merlin Entertainments have created 2 related rides. The first is Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park, another Bolliger and Mabillard inverted roller coaster. The ride opened in 2003. Alton Towers hosts the second related ride, Nemesis, Subterra. The drop tower opened on the former Dynamo site in 2012. As a result, Nemesis is commonly compared with its Thorpe Park counterpart Nemesis Inferno with many citing Nemesis as the superior ride. Nemesis has ranked favorably in Amusement Today Euro's annual Golden Ticket Awards, being one of only 7 roller coasters to appear in the top 50 steel roller coasters for all 15 years. Nemesis Inferno, on the other hand, has never made an appearance. In Mitch Hawker's Worldwide Best Roller Coaster poll, Nemesis Inferno has an average ranking of 80, while Nemesis' average ranking is 6. In a poll conducted by the Los Angeles Times, Nemesis received 37.93% of the vote for title of Best Roller Coaster in England, while Nemesis Inferno received 0.32%. Jeremy Thompson of Roller Coaster Philosophy describes Nemesis as a vastly superior ride to Nemesis Inferno. References. External links, official website, Nemesis at the Roller Coaster Database.